Hello, friends, and welcome to our group. The gang is back together. It's kind of nice to have everyone back. And we are going to be discussing Berserk Volume 30 today. And Joe, will you start us off with an introduction and let us know how to get to your Patreon so we can sign up?
JCM Byrne. I don't know how to get to my Patreon. There's a link. I posted it on Twitter, and I got to figure out how to get it again. And the Patreon will get you, if you follow it, you don't have to pay. If you follow it, you can get the download of my weird little e-zine, which might even come out in the next 12 hours. But I promised it by tomorrow night. So Necro Monday release day. I'm going to release one Mondays. Because I love terrible, stupid puns and acronyms. I have two of them in the, I can't help it. Necromon, I'm like, okay. I couldn't figure out what day of the week to use. So I'm like, well, it's Knuckles and Necromancy, so I can call it Necro Monday and release on Mondays. And that was the clincher. That was the business decision. I'm going to make some book one day about how to make bad decisions. I'm going to have to include all these. So anyway, yes, I'll put it on page join as soon as I figure it out.
Nice. We'll be waiting. And Varsha. If you're not frozen.
No.
Go ahead, Dan. We'll wait for Varsha to pop back in.
Okay. I'm Dan. I've been rereading Berserk. I've read it multiple times before. I think we've gotten to a point where I'm starting to forget what actually happened. So it's going to be, I think from here on out, it's going to be a bit different. I may remember vaguely what happens, but it's going to be, we're going to have a lot more similar experiences.
That's interesting that how we typically remember the first part of the stories and not the tail, or not like the middle or the third. It's funny how we remember the first.
Yeah. I mean, the first parts are the more famous ones, I guess, more iconic ones probably. Plus, it's like, right, if you forget the first arcs, like you don't remember anything because it's the foundation, right? So if you forget those, what are you remembering, right? You're like remembering what happened, like how did we get there? I don't know. I don't know who his characters are.
And Varsha.
Oh, hi. I dropped out there for a minute. My name's Varsha. I have a YouTube channel called Reading by the Rainy Mountain. And yeah, volume 30 was interesting, although they still haven't found a boat yet. Maybe they will next volume. Maybe. Although it looks like they might just kill more monsters for another 2 volumes. We'll see. So these used to come out a chapter a month, right? Or was it a chapter a week?
I'm sure.
It wasn't even a month. It was sometimes several months, right, Joe? And Dan?
Yeah, I don't think it was I think it was in a monthly magazine, not a weekly magazine. The weekly is the standard for the shonen stories, like Naruto, One Piece. They're all weekly, and they come out almost every week. They're really consistent. This one was in a monthly magazine, and I think he took a lot of breaks. So,
okay.
You have a bunch of chapters, and then it'd be like 6 months with nothing, and then some more, and that kind of thing. But I don't think it was ever weekly.
Speaking of breaks, I want to just mention that we'll be taking a 2-week break after this one for the holidays. So great segue, Joe. We'll be taking a 2-week break, and we'll be back in a couple of weeks. So, but this one I kind of thought was a little funny. Lots of dark humor in this one that I guess it's always had a little bit of humor and dark humor, but there was some pretty funny parts.
You like the dark humor against rich people? Is that?
Well, I think it's just like the it was just kind of like the little cracks here and there when the beasts come in and they're slaughtering everyone, and it was kind of like a wink and a nod kind of thing. But no, I thought there was some funny parts to it that intentionally funny. I guess it was intentionally funny. It had to have been.
Yeah, I remember one part that was funny. I don't remember where, but sorry, Joe, you were saying?
Go ahead.
Oh, no, That's what I was saying. I don't remember where the joke was, but I remember laughing at one bit. So,
but it wasn't the over the top goofy stuff. I mean, there was one or two panels of that, but it wasn't like, Isidro making stupid faces for a whole page. Where it was funny, it was more in the flow of the story. I felt, which I appreciate more.
Yeah, there were only like 2 panels of Puck doing stupid shit, like graphically. But.
Yeah, and even then, it was almost like he's in a corner doing something, and you can ignore it.
Yeah.
Other stuff, even in that panel happening, I'm like, okay, I can just skip that.
Yeah, there's a lot more, right, of you have small speech bubbles of Isidro and Puck saying some stupid shit you can just ignore, right?
Yeah, you just learn, just like, okay, that's a part of the page I don't have to look at.
Did Isidro go from, or Isidro, sorry, did he go from taking, whining about not getting anything to do to taking all the credit for himself? He was like, yeah, we're the ones doing all this good work. But I think that's more tolerable, honestly.
Yeah, he's gotten better.
And he does help. Like, he's not like he's useless and then taking all the credit. At least he is actually,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Puck asking for 3 gold coins each, if you please. A bargain you must concede for saving your honored lives. And he has a little collection. I thought that was pretty funny.
But that was actually cute. Like,
yeah.
Like, they're going to save you, but I'm going to collect the fee. I kind of like that character, in that moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got a little bit of action. We got a little bit of we got a decent amount of action. We got a little bit of story, right?
Yeah.
I guess. What was the first? I'm trying to remember which order were the things. First was like the end of a duel, right?
Yeah, Serpico and Guts were fighting, and I still don't get. I guess they just had to settle it. I guess I don't know. I still don't get like what the point of that was. Just because they had to go through, they had to do it. And
well, Serpico had this flashback to Guts going berserk. I think Serpico thinks Guts is a danger to Farnese, which he's not completely wrong. Like, Farnese is safer if she doesn't go with that team. She may not be happier, but if she goes with them, monsters could kill her and Guts could kill her because he could lose himself in the armor and come and gut her one of these days. And that's the image that Serpico has at the end of their duel. And I'm like, that's not crazy. Like, that's not a like, I can see that as a legit concern given who Serpico is. But I also think he's not going to like push it to the extreme. Like, I've got to do everything. Like, I'm going to try to get her away from him and push as far as I can, and then I'm just going to like go along with it because he knows there's only so much he can do. And then I like this whole like leave things to chance, and it's almost like, well, if luck favored Guts in the end and he won the duel, then maybe this is what was meant to be. There's a certain kind of fatalism I feel with these characters, and that like destiny will lead them where it will. Like Guts has this thing at the end of the duel where like he just happens to catch the rubble the right way on his sword and it knocks it onto, and it's almost like, well, you got me. Clearly, this is what was supposed to happen. I don't know. I don't dislike it. I'm just saying it's an interesting sort of maybe fatalism a little bit. And then it's like, well, if that's the way the world is going to go, I'm just going to go with it. I'm not going to. He's not going to struggle against it with all his might to the very bitter end. He's not Guts.
Yeah. It felt like, to me, that sort of fight, which is like, it's not really a fight. It's just like 2 guys trying to talk to each other. You know what I mean? It's like you have a lot in like movies and stuff like where they have 2 swordsmen fight each other, but they're really just a way of communicating. I don't know what their dedication or their aims or whatever it is, right? They're not actually trying to kill each other, right?
Guts says he was. Like, when Isidro asks him, he's like, "Yeah, I was going all out. It's just luck that I knocked him out with rubble instead of like slicing him in half." So
I don't think so. But
maybe he was exaggerating. I don't know. But he was also like not going all out. Like he was adhering to the rules of the duel. Wasn't using his cannon. Wasn't using the power of his armor. So it was constrained.
yeah, I mean, would Guts adhere to the rules of a duel if it was like a serious duel? You know what I mean?
Like if it was Griffith in front of him, I bet he'd use every trick he had.
Yeah, or if it was an apostle or anyone else, really. I mean, I don't know if he would. Would he? I'm just trying to think.
Against an apostle, he'd absolutely use the cannon and
Yeah.
arrows and the berserk armor. He has, Maybe that's the point. Maybe in a way they're reminding us of what kind of person Guts is, so that when he does fight Griffith, if he ever does, we'll see: is he going to pull out the cannon and the power of the armor and all that, or is he going to follow rules? Is he trying to talk to him, or is he trying to kill him? Like we can look back when we read volume like 57 where this happens, and we can look back and go, well, it's the contrast to the fight with Isidro where blah blah blah. 57. I don't know. Maybe.
Do we know how many volumes are left until the end? Have they confirmed?
Look. No. Well, there's no end yet, right? But
no,
The
I know
final
they had a new
completion
volume.
has not happened. Has not been published.
but
I read part of 42 or all of 42.
let me see what the latest one is. The latest one is 42. Yeah, that's the latest one. And then there's 3 other chapters after that, or 2 other chapters or something. Probably gonna be. I don't know. Yeah, you said you read the 42, Joe?
Yeah, a few weeks ago I was I had a bad moment and I read the next 15 volumes.
A bad moment.
Yeah.
I had a little too much bourbon and I was like, screw this, man. I gotta see how it ends.
Fuck those guys.
I wasn't thinking fuck those guys. I was really
To read ahead.
I need to know what happens next. I didn't mean it.
I wonder how many.
particularly.
Yeah. What's the least amount of volumes that it can realistically end up? He can realistically wrap it up in. They can. I wonder. Do you think like we could do it in like 3 or 4 volumes?
No, but like 8 or 10.
Okay.
Like they're on a path to somewhere where in the latest published stuff, and I could see it ending when that path ends, or I could see it being like, and now we have to do like another full arc afterwards. I could see it going either way. But then
Okay.
all the stuff that happened, like this volume, felt like it could have been much shorter to me. And maybe I'm wrong, but like this just seemed like a lot of wheels spinning. Oh look, another group of monsters. Oh look, Sam the tigers. Oh no, now these are the alligator guys. And I'm like, we could have done without a lot of that. Like I didn't mind it. Like, I don't dislike it. It's like, but in terms of like moving the overall story forward, it's not very dense.
Yeah.
Like if you describe this to someone else in terms of the overall arc of the story, it would not take a lot of words. We don't really find out new stuff about like the cosmology. We don't really find out new stuff about any of the characters. Are the vines new? I think the vines are new,
Yeah.
but that's a really small thing.
It's a little bit of character development for Farnese, right?
There's a little bit of character development for a few of them, right? We get a little more insight into the Navy guy, the fiance. I can't remember.
Yeah, Roderick.
Yeah, but nothing super interesting and nothing that needed to happen now. Like I think we get the sense that he's a pretty good guy. We're gonna like him, right? He's not a saint, but he's a good guy, right? Not a coward. He jumps in front of other people to save them with a sword, and against very scary stuff. He holds his own.
Yeah, but he's probably not going to sacrifice himself for someone else. Maybe he's a good guy, but he's not. Yeah,
he's like a lot of the mercenary company. Like, yeah, good guy. We'll like him. I'm not gonna root for him to die or anything, but like it's not deep,
Yeah, I guess. Well, we get a little bit more of it. Fardis's brother, which is actually someone visit. Like, oh, maybe we can hope he's gonna die. It's a bit more annoying.
He's annoying, but he's not like terrible.
No.
He's just like a little bit of a coward. But I'm like, okay, if I were in his shoes, I'd very probably be doing that too.
Yeah, but I can see him, selling out other people to survive and that sort of stuff. I could imagine it.
Yeah, but I have a feeling also that he would like feel bad about it.
Oh, okay. That's gonna be. I'm gonna feel much better when I'm in a prison because he betrayed me, but he feels bad about it.
Yeah, but I mean, he's not gonna like relish it. Oh, I'm gonna screw.
Yeah.
This will be fun. He must. He's not twirling his mustache when he's doing it. That's
you're right. No, he's like the woman in the Tower of Conviction arc, the coward woman.
Oh,
the one with the that's who he reminds me of.
The prostitute who sells out everybody?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It reminds a bit like that one.
Yeah.
It's hard to say because he doesn't have to be as backstabby because he's from a position of much greater privilege.
Yeah.
He might be just like her, but we just haven't seen as much of it yet because he's not in desperate circumstances where he's selling out everybody right and left. Because his life is much easier.
It would kind of benefit him too if he leaves because he's third in line. So if he leaves and everyone else dies, then it's like, well, I'm next.
Yeah.
So from that point of view, I guess it might be a good thing.
Yeah.
But I feel like everything that happens here could have happened in the other city before they went searching for a ship, and they could have just like knocked out 5 volumes. But whatever.
Wait, the troll city, you mean?
Yeah, there's this fight oncoming between like Griffith and the Cushions that's coming, and we just had a fight between Griffith and the Cushions in the other city in Midland's capital.
Oh yeah.
Escaped, and I'm like, it just feels a little like, oh, we're doing this again, and it's not the same things happening, but it's like very similar stuff happening. So I'm like, okay. I like it. Like it's good action, the cool monsters, these weird spear things. I like the monster dudes with the teeth going everywhere, going everywhere. They're cool, right? That's all cool, but
I guess before we only saw the Kushan like sort of human army, I guess, and this is the monster army.
No, in the Midland capital we saw the monster army.
Oh, the Midland capital. Sorry, I was thinking of the previous one. The first time we saw the army, right? And
But you see what I'm saying? They kind of blend together.
Yeah.
Like
True.
The Midland capital battle and this one, that's kind of like okay. So, but there is a little different. The Cushions had taken over already. Here they haven't. They're invading. It's not the same thing, but similar.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah, I kind of like the tigers. I like the design. It looked like has like the classic look to them, like that style. And Dan, you just recently there, so you may may be able to speak to this, but more than I can with your trip. But I like the kind of like the like the Japanese art. You kind of have the design, their teeth and everything.
Right.
I thought that's pretty neat.
I'm trying to think which style it is. That one. I try to remember. Like that specific one, right? I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, like the masks, like the Oni masks, is it?
Yeah.
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 But I think it's like if there's also one specific art style which is more similar to that, right? But I don't remember right now.
Absolutely right. You're absolutely right. That's where a lot of the teeth come from that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I didn't think about it. But yeah, now that you mention it, it does look very similar.
It's good.
Even like the classic Japanese tattoo designs. A lot of the classic like a lot of the traditional Japanese tattoo art looks a lot like that with the teeth and the kind of the shape of the face.
True. Yeah, the tigers are pretty cool. And yeah, there's that double page spread with the tiger illuminated by the candlelight, which is also it's a pretty famous spread because it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
There's a lot of very intricate panels in these, right? It's quite busy. Like there's a lot of a lot of characters with a lot of fancy dresses, a lot of weird monsters with a lot of detail, right? It's very, I don't know.
It's
well, one thing of the design of the monsters, I don't know. Like the demon guys, like the half humanoid guys, like their weapons make no sense. It's like you never use those weapons. It makes absolutely no sense. They don't even look that sharp or anything. It's like what?
Which ones? I'm blanking.
They look like a horn facing forward, and then there's either two where like in opposite direction. There's a handle, a little shield over it, or some of them have like a horn facing forward, and one just going back behind them at the same length, which just seems awkward and dangerous for you. It's just,
and the handle is offset from like the line of the sword, so it's like when you hit something, it would like rotate. It would not. I don't. And it's not sharp. It's only got a sharp point, so it's like what to make a spear at that point. Like it makes absolutely no sense.
They've got this spiral, like they're animal horns or something. I guess is what they're supposed to look like.
I guess.
Yeah, they make no sense.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
I was just looking at those and thinking the same thing. Like,
yeah, that always bothered me every time I read the books. It's like. Why do that? Everything else they can make sense, but that makes absolutely no sense. But yeah, but they're pretty cool otherwise.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember if the artwork looked like this. I don't think we spent that much time inside the palace walls in Midland, but it wasn't quite as busy that time, right? When it's a lot more detail now with the ballrooms and the great hallways where the speeches are happening and things. So, yeah. It's a lot of detail. I like it. Yeah.
It's a lot.
I also think that it was like the previous stuff we saw in Midland. It's more like inspired by medieval, like maybe late medieval French architecture and that sort of feeling, while this is more like Renaissance Italy sort of architecture, right? Like a lot more grandiose, a lot more even later than that, actually. Like some of the dresses look like, I don't know, like after Renaissance. I'm not going to say Victorian, but Elizabethan, maybe? I don't know, maybe not. Maybe I'm confusing them, but it seems like even later than that. Like some of the gowns and some of the hairdresses. So I think he's mixing influences from different parts for different areas of the world. Maybe not in the same period historically either.
I think where they are now is meant to seem like a richer, more sophisticated place than Midland.
Yeah.
And that's how it comes across. Like this is fancier. This is more of a like global capital.
Yeah, I think they say it right. Like the money from the family there, he's like they bankroll a lot of other wars and a lot of our kingdoms, right? So yeah. To me, like it's more. It seems like like Florence in the 1600s or something like that, right? But also the Italian names make, it's like, okay, I guess it's that. Or it could be Venice or something. Like make me think more of Florence, I guess. I don't know why.
I think that's why oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Varsha.
Oh, no, go ahead, Steve.
No, I was going to say, I think it being the capital and being like this like, almost like a place you'd imagine would be safe. I think that's why the beasts attacking and the monsters arriving on shore is that felt more oppressive than the other battles we've seen, because it is like this place where everyone feels safe, and they even gather in the ballroom all together, all the leaders in one place. It's like a perfect place to be attacked because they're all there, and that's why it was kind of funny seeing the tigers like go all you can eat buffet on them just because like, what a dumb thing to do. But anyway, go ahead, Varsh. I'm sorry.
I forgot what I was gonna say. I'm so sorry. Yeah, it wasn't anything important though. That's fine. Um, did did we? I'll start a new topic though, if that's okay.
Mhm.
The the dude from the Midland Army who recognized Guts, and he said he's been having dreams of the hawk. Or some white bird with the light. Did he mean the white hawk, the dream that everybody else had when Griffith was about to be reborn? Or is this a different dream that
Mm.
tells of a savior from the darkness, which isn't Griffith? At least not so far, because I mean, maybe he is. Like the conversation we had last week, Joe, that Griffith, his what's what ascendancy is, if you can say that, brought about the darkness in the world, but then he's back now. He's bringing more apostles to fight. So sorry, that was just a lot of rambling. What I'm saying is the darkness the apostles and the wraiths that Griffith has brought into the world, and so Guts is going to save them, and that's what the Midland dude is dreaming of. Or is he referring to the same dream that everyone else had with the White Hawk, and the darkness is just something that, some projection of his religious beliefs?
I think it's the dream of the White Hawk.
Mm.
I think everyone's been dreaming of the White Hawk. I think that we have seen numerous times where, Griffith is sending visions of himself, or some power is sending visions of Griffith as the savior, which seems to be part of his whole shtick for taking over.
Yeah.
And we see it again with the Pope dude at the end of this novel,
The Pontiff.
volume, right? They sent him this dream of, this is the White Hawk that will save you. Then he's like, it's clearly deliberate, like the timing. So everyone seems to be having these and seeing Griffith as the savior. No one's dreaming of Guts as anything.
Okay.
He
No.
doesn't get that. And what I was noticing about that though is that like this dream and this influence on people, like they become almost like stunned and like devotees. It's not, in a way, it's not that different than like Cherokee constantly like casting her, these are not the droids you're looking for on all the people they walk by. It's like it's a little similar.
I guess, but I think
but
probably Shirkus goes away, and then they're like, it doesn't permanently affect their mind. I think.
I mean, it's bigger and it's longer lasting, but it's also,
I guess, but yeah, we don't know though. Like, if these like prophecies or whatever, are they based on something, or is it just literally all manipulation? I mean, they could be based on something, I guess. There could be some overall real prophecy or something that's going to happen. Or it could just be Griffith manipulating everyone.
Yeah.
I don't know if we know for sure.
I don't know if Mira would distinguish between those two things. The way Griffith is wrapped up in destiny, and his will is destiny.
I guess.
The whole thing. That now he decides that sort of stuff because he's the manifestation of the collective unconscious of man.
But does he have any sort of insight into what's going to happen in the future, do you think? Like prophecy, like does he see any visions himself of what's going to happen?
I think he makes it happen. He is he is the he is the will of destiny. That's how I see it. And there's stuff that's outside of it, although they don't call it destiny, they call it causality, which I guess is the same. But I mean, does he know what's going to happen? I don't know, but he's just certainly seems to be like making it happen. So I don't know if it's that's really different. Like he has a plan and he makes the plan come out. But I mean, I think these are the questions Mira wants you to wonder about. Exactly these, which you do clearly. It's working. But,
yeah. And I mean, how do I say? Like, we know that Griffith is evil, I guess. Some would argue, but he's not a perfectly good guy. Let's say But so and we've seen it a lot in the past volumes. But when you see him all the time with like white feathers and like a champion, and perfect armor, you start to sort of doubt a little bit sometimes. You're like, is there maybe something to what he's saying or doing, right?
Well, I made this case last week that, I mean, here's the thing. The Kush Emperor is a bad guy. Like, where he goes, like the streets are filled with corpses, and he's breeding monsters using all this horrible, like, nasty stuff.
Yeah.
And the streets are filled with corpses. He takes over a city, the streets are filled with corpses, right? Like he's doing bad stuff to innocent people. There's no doubt. Really bad. Really scary bad. And Griffith is going to save them from that. And he's not. Since he's come back, we have not seen him slaughtering innocents directly. We have not seen his soldiers slaughtering innocents directly. We've seen them liberating places and saving people. We've seen them killing monsters. We have not seen them. So if there's a back room, and here's the thing, in like traditional fantasy, you see that, right? This bad overlord saves a bunch of people, is having a war, and you think he's good, and you find out he actually has a dungeon where he's torturing prisoners for fun. And then he's a bad guy. Okay.
Yeah.
He's torturing prisoners for fun in this dungeon that we just discovered, and oh my god, we knew it all along, right? Something like that. Or he's got like this, actually all the peasants are being slaughtered and their blood is being used to like raise necromantic powers, right? Something. We haven't seen any of that from Griffith. Since he came back, right? Before, he sacrificed his friends to get to where he is now. But since then, we haven't seen the big room where people are hung up on chains.
Yeah.
Right? So we don't know. I mean, and that's what I'm finding so fascinating. What if it turns out he doesn't have a back room, and Guts still wants to kill him? And that's going to be super interesting. That's what I'm hoping happens. I'm kind of hoping he gets there and he really is the savior of everybody, and Guts kills him anyway. That's my secret hope, because I think that'd be cool. But I'm not actually. That's not a prediction at all. Like, I think it'd be cool. I don't think it's going to happen, but it'd be neat.
True.
But Griffith right now looks like the good guy. And he definitely. And I don't think anyone can argue. During the eclipse, he did some bad stuff, but since then, he's just helping people.
A couple of bad things. I mean.
Yeah, he did go raise Shirka's master's house.
You're right.
And he did, like, his demon soldiers are still, like, eating people. I guess they're eating Kushans, but, they're still eating people. We've seen that.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, we haven't seen a lot of that.
Yeah, we haven't seen a lot of it.
No, you're right. There's definitely hints that they're doing some bad stuff, but it's also unclear, like, is it that to be doing bad stuff and they're doing less because Griffith is in charge, and it's like a necessary evil? I mean, I have a feeling we're going to find out he's doing more bad things, and we'll get those revelations later, and it'll be like, oh, you thought he might be a good guy, but turns out, no, he's really not. I just don't know.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if there was anything else, but...
That's the thing to watch out for. Like I said, the dungeon full of sacrifices. That's going to be super interesting to see if we find one of that. If we find that.
I guess what happened at the Tower of Conviction, though, wasn't up to him, though, was it? I mean, he was just... when all those people died at the Tower of Conviction, he was reborn.
Yeah, but he didn't do it.
I mean, didn't he? He sort of did. A little bit.
The egg dude did stuff, and then there was the huge blood pool from underneath that did stuff.
It's always the egg.
I mean, he wanted to be reborn, though, so I assume he knew that what was gonna, happen, just like he knew the previous other time during the eclipse.
Maybe.
But yeah, I guess it's more like, well, I need to be reborn to do what I need to do and save everyone. It could be like that, so I guess I'll have to do this, I guess.
Yeah. But it's hard to imagine when we get to a point where we're better off with him around than without him around. That's how it's looking right now to me, and that's what makes it very interesting.
Yeah. I agree.
I like it.
Yeah, and he seems to be giving purpose to some people, even right? Like the Pope and other soldiers and other things. Maybe again, it's just as a function of his plans, but
And the witches, what's her name? Sonia.
mm.
The series.
What was I saying?
What were we gonna say? Yeah.
His ascension brought the. Uh, have they been calling them wraiths, or am I reading a different book that uh, the creatures of that show up at night? That was brought about by Griffith's ascension, right? But it wasn't necessarily of his doing. But he's also not protecting the world from them. He's using them as his own personal army, right?
Well, I think his ascension started thinning the wall between the real world and like the fantasy world, right?
Mm.
And then all these fantasy monsters started to appear in real life. But he's also trying to fight it because he did go and fight the witch and other. I don't know.
Yeah.
So maybe I don't know what's going on with that actually.
And sorry, go ahead.
Like his ascension brought those monsters, but right now he's fighting them.
Yeah.
To protect the people, because he's trying to be the hero of the people, of the humans. So he's the thing standing between them and the monsters that are there because of his ascension.
Yeah. I mean, the monsters were there before too, but I think you could only really see them or interact them if you're like a powerful magic user or something, or in specific circumstances in which like the barrier was more thin, I guess.
Eating your kids, and if you were in a typical village, they weren't coming and eating your kids, and now they are. Now they're coming and eat your kids.
Yeah.
So
I feel like maybe they would have. It was like something that happened once every 100 years or something. So there were legends about it, or it happened when powerful magic users were there or something, right? But not normally. Yeah. So I don't know.
The other thing that I'm trying to wrap my head around is the Kushani Emperor Ganeshka. That's so funny. Just change one letter and you have an apostle emperor. He is an apostle. So, but the creatures that they fought in this volume, they weren't the same as what Guts has been fighting all along. So, is it just other mages in the Empire who do different magic, or is it magic they're able to do because of the apostle emperor they have?
I feel like the other like magic, like the sort of, the I don't know how you'd call them, the guys that do the magic that look like old men. I don't know. I mean, even how to describe it with the right terminology. Anyways, those guys that command the troops and the whales and the animals, right? I think those are like magic users, just like Sherke and all the other ones. Have we seen yet? I can't remember. Have we seen in the past volumes yet how the demon soldiers, where they come from?
The apostle womb?
Yeah. So those are kind of like apostles, right?
We saw the apostle womb in the Midland capital, and that's where the man-like demon creatures come from. And that is, I mean, they made a womb out of apostles, so it's a type of apostle magic that the Cushion Emperor seems to have developed, and it's not the same as what the other cushions are using to the tigers and the alligators. They say somewhere that it's like traditional cushion magic.
Okay.
They have different stuff than what Shirku can do. That it's just because it's a different culture, they have some different stuff. Magic is different in different places. They've developed different things. So they have said that. It's not clear to me if their magic is like working better or if it's somehow related to the change. Because when the eclipse happened, they said it changed the world. It thinned the barrier in the world between our realm and the astral realm. So presumably that would have made the cushion magic work better, but the cushions are acting like they've always been able to do this. They're not like, oh, it's so weird how last couple of years all the stuff we've been doing is working so great. They just seem to be like, oh, it's about time we came here to conquer this country. Like, it's not consistent to me, but whatever.
Well, but Shirke also hasn't said, like, oh, my magic is working better now, right? So maybe it's like for magic users, there's already no wall, so you can't reduce it less than that, maybe, and it's just being reduced for other people,
yeah, maybe
I guess.
Maybe the stuff was working just the same before.
Yeah.
But the world as a whole, people didn't seem to expect to be attacked by, like, walking alligators.
Yeah, but also, like, as we saw in this world, right, there were a lot of stuff, like, when people couldn't see Puck, because the religion or whatever was making it so they couldn't interact with. So in a different society where they were more, I guess, mystical or something, you would expect to have more magic users and more of that, probably. That's how I interpreted it.
That makes sense. But if they could make these like walking alligators before, I would have thought they would have conquered the world earlier. But maybe it's just ramping it up.
I think we've heard that like the Ganishka Emperor was like busy fighting trying to unify his empire. So he's trying to fight other, kingdoms within there.
That makes sense.
I think we've heard like I think, if I remember, did we hear like the backstory of the assassin guys yet? No.
I
don't think so, right?
So,
okay.
I'm not sure.
Oh, did we have them?
Well, they were like a tribe that was. We know that they like were dishonored and they're trying to regain their status in front of the emperor. So we know that much.
Yeah. Okay. So it was a different tribe from the emperor's one. So there were like some infighting and other things, right?
There was infighting. That
yeah.
We know enough to know that. Like we don't know the details, but yeah.
Yeah.
We definitely know that.
Yeah, because I guess there's no map, so we don't know what's where what is what, right? Or what's going on, or how big other parts are, right?
Kush has to be east. Everything has to be east.
Yeah, well, it could be south.
No, it's got to be east. It's always east. It's always to the east. All the mystical stuff where the men wear turbans is always east.
Yeah. There is a map. There is sort of a map at some point, vaguely, but I don't think we've got there yet.
I don't remember.
It's just like a panel, but it's not an actual map. But I guess when we get there, we can speculate. But if it's we don't know how far apart they are. Also, right? The Kushan Empire and V's Empire. I don't know.
No, I don't think we're not going to get like distances.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't even know if the geography even makes sense. Like they're attacking by land and by sea. Like I don't think you're supposed to care.
Yeah, I don't think you're supposed to care.
Yeah, and I don't.
But,
so
yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, there's like real world analogs, obviously. So you're like, is this supposed to be sort of roughly the real world positions? Or not? Who knows, I guess.
Kind of wonder if they're attacking by sea just to build tension for them to get out by sea. Like if the ships are coming in and they're trying to get out, it makes it harder to leave or to escape. If they're by land, then you can just jump on the boat and leave. There's no one really to get by, but now you have a few different layers of a few challenges to get out. I thought that was maybe part of it, is that and then they're burning boats and stuff, burning ships.
True.
So they're running out of options.
Yeah. It does make it harder, for that. So that makes sense. But, no, it's good. It's good.
So what happened after? So we had the ballroom scene, right? So then, so Furnace is going to leave with them. They're all together again. And they're going to get the boat now, Roderick's boat?
They're going to get Roderick's boat? No. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
Something tells me something's not right with him. I don't know.
Roderick?
Just the way, just the look on his face. He has that classic, like, Gaston look, like that, he's, I don't know. That's just the little smirk on his face all the time. I can't be the only one.
Yeah, I I did like him this volume, but I'm like, yeah, he's gonna do something bad. I'd be very surprised if he doesn't. Let me put it that way. Uh,
Hmm.
but so far, it doesn't seem like there's anything shady going on there. But that character as a whole and the brother felt shady to me, or maybe that's what I'm expecting from this world. Most people
Hmm.
are awful that they meet, but they did also join this group, which also I'm wondering about, because if I thought the group had expanded as much as it could have or wanted to at
Mm-hmm.
this point, but we've added two more characters that are traveling with them. That should be interesting. They're either going to be us against them or they're going to join the band. Both those scenarios would be, and not like, I'd rather they go to the Elf King, but yeah, if we're throwing in tangents there, that's an interesting one to follow, I suppose.
Maybe if we're not permanent, we're just gonna die soon.
Yeah, just on a boat, right?
Yeah.
Is
Or maybe
it?
we die before we vote, and we just take for a vote.
Yeah. And I suppose they do need help sailing the boat. So
Couldn't happen.
there's. I did wonder if they needed more fighters in the group, and that's why we added another character. Or maybe they were just
I
having
don't know.
fun with
It's
it. Who
like,
knows? But
but it's more like I don't know. It's that meme where it's like, oh, the whole guts party at 100% strength, and you have all those ones, and then you have only guts, and it's like, oh, guts party at 99% strength. You know, so like, do they really need more people?
right.
I don't know, but we'll see.
Sail the boat and like do stuff and chores while Guts is recovering from the wounds in every battle.
I
He's got to
guess.
be laid up, all bandaged, with like the elves like dumping powder on him, and someone else has to like steer the ship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he's still wounded, right? I think they still said that at the beginning during the fight with Serpico. It's like, oh, he's still wounded from the previous fight, so he can't fight at 100%.
Yeah, I'll
Now
get,
you know,
I'll get back in the
98%.
swing of things. But
I mean, he's been wounded since the fight at the witch's house, right? I think. Because even the previous fight, he was not at 100%, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, he put on
Yeah,
that berserker armor when he was still injured, and he hasn't really recovered since, right?
but that really, yeah, and that made it much worse.
Yeah.
Because that's where it was like digging into his bones to like straighten them, and we kept seeing the blood squirting out of him and all the little between all the plates. Oh yeah, he hasn't
Yeah.
been here in a long time.
Yeah.
Sounds tough. Maybe that's why he needs help. Oh, that expression, you mean, Steve?
Yeah.
Yeah, like that little smirk.
Is that the
He
bit
does
where
look a lot like a Disney character to me. I don't know why, like his face,
It does.
for some reason.
Is that
classic
the
look.
part where he tells Farneza and the group about how the elf island is on his way to his home? Yeah, I thought he looked weird in that section too. Wait, mainly because I had trouble believing he knew where they were going, as in that he knew of that place and that it was on his way. Like he's going to swindle them out of something, although what, I don't know, but dump them in
Too
the ocean,
convenient.
perhaps.
Or maybe he just
Yeah.
wanted an excuse to help out Farnese.
He says that. He gives the brother an elbow and is like, "Can't let this engagement just slide by. I gotta solidify this." And it is, so I'll trust a guy more if he'll admit to his ulterior motives off the bat. Like if he says, "Oh, I'm just a saint. I'm trying to help everybody." But if he says, "I'm kind of trying to get in her good grace and trying to get into her pants, so I will help you," and I'm like, "Okay, I trust that. I trust that motivation.
Yeah.
That makes sense to me. And then I don't need another layer of deceit there. You're trying to get into her pants. I can,
Yeah. But I mean, is that going to happen? Do you think that's realistic? That could happen?
For his sake,
doesn't seem very.
It's terrifying.
Yeah.
But it'd be nice if he won her over and they lived happily ever after and had like 7 kids or something.
Yeah, it could be nice. Because
the witch queen of his naval kingdom, and they all lived in paradise. That'd be fantastic.
But I don't think she's interested in him right now, is she?
No. No.
Serpico
She could probably kick his ass at this point, so I don't think. No.
Yeah.
And would Serpico be angry, or would Serpico just be happy that she's happy? I can't tell with him.
Yeah, I don't know what they're. I would think they're more like a sibling sort of things, if anything.
Yeah, what's going on there between those two? It's very, very confusing, and I suppose intentionally so. But yeah, it's icky confusing. I don't like it.
Yeah, they're siblings, but they're not quite. And then he rescues her at one point, and he like picks her up, and you see they give him the Griffith shot, where like his hair's flowing in the wind, and his coat, and he's like, "Sorry, I'm late. I had to be a tour guide for someone," and he's all like, "Super pretty," and I'm just like, "Dude, that's not cool. Like, turn that down."
But I don't think he's ever expressed any sort of like romantic affection towards her.
Their relationship is disturbing. Like it's
not.
They're not friends, right? It's
no. Well, because it's more like a master-servant technique relationship, but also a bit like a sibling relationship. It's a bit weird, yeah. That's how I feel. But
every time they introduce a hint of sexual tension in there, it's creepy.
Mm-hmm.
All the more so because he's the one who's aware that they are half siblings, and the whatever romantic yearning is expressed is by him too, because Farnese couldn't care less as far I think. But
she doesn't seem to have any romantic feelings towards. I don't even think she has them towards Guts.
No,
I think she's just damaged. Maybe,
she did have a brief moment of wondering, and when that happens, well, okay, so this happens in most movies, rom-coms, where someone has a brief moment of doubt, and then other people tell them, "No, you really like this person." So,
yeah.
But
I mean, I don't know. There's a couple of weird, or even Shirka's towards Guts is like, I don't know about that.
Oh my god, that was horrible. I don't like it at all. And Shirka would have just, it would just be a very sweet, innocent relationship if that damn elf didn't put weird thoughts in her head.
Yeah. It's like, why do we have to do this? There's no need to do this.
Yeah.
It is a bit weird.
Completely.
I don't know. How everyone is into Guts for some reason.
Everyone is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except
maybe because he's not my type, but I can't see it.
Except for Casca.
Casca doesn't wish him. Although she did have that moment. What I thought was kind of strange that she was like gripping. I think it was Farnese's arm. So a hint of, maybe.
Is there also a love triangle between Casca, Farnese, and Guts?
I hope we don't get that. It's because I mean, Casca is like, okay, Casca and Guts. I can see that they go pretty well together, right? But I don't see Farnese and Guts together. Like I can't see it.
No.
I don't think Guts in any universe would be interested.
Yeah.
But I think it's normal to be attracted in the sort of lowercase a sense to the guy who's saving your life over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
And does it necessarily mean you want to have sex with them? I mean, but you're going to have strong feelings of like gratitude, and that always gets mixed up in people's heads where someone's doing enough for you, you think, maybe it's more than that, even if it's not really, because he's constantly saving their lives against insurmountable odds, and in the dark, he's the one standing there with the sword going, "Get behind me, I will chop the tigers in half." That's pretty, for women to like fall for that, that's very standard, at least in fiction. Like women are always like, oh, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I
Yeah.
don't know about real life because I've never had that, position, but
I wish.
You never swung a big sword and cut things in half?
I never had to fight a tiger for my wife's affections or to save her life or anything.
No, I was saying I want the other position. I want someone to stand in front of me with a big sword.
My wife is ferocious, so I'm sure she could. I'm sure the tigers would shy away from battling her.
But yeah, you're right, Joe. Like it happens a lot of the time in literature and other things.
Oh,
and every time it happens, not every time, but a lot of time it happens, I'm like, for fuck's sake, do we really need to do it this way? Like, I don't know. It's a bit, I don't know, stupid. Like it doesn't, just because someone saved you, there's no reason why you should suddenly start liking him. I can't, I don't know. I'm trying to think in my real life, if someone saved me by giving me a ton of money, would I love them? I don't know.
No, but women love firefighters and like that whole image. Like if you make a romance movie where like a woman's like in like trapped in a burning building and this handsome firefighter comes and like swoops in and like grabs her and like pulls her out of the fire. Come on, Varsha, right? That would sell a lot of tickets, right? I'm not saying it's realistic. I'm not saying women are actually falling for it. But the trope is very embedded in our culture.
Yeah.
Yeah. As far as a trope, yeah. But I'm thinking realistically, would it actually? I don't think it would.
Is it even, after a point, like, we should have a conversation about this and maybe a Friday conversation, but after a point, like, there's a circular relationship there, right? Maybe it started from real life to a certain extent and then movies embedded it into our culture. Now, women maybe think that they need to fall for guys like that sometimes. So, I don't know.
Isn't it? Could it also be like survivor's guilt, where you survive something traumatic and you have this emotional attachment to whoever was involved in it with you or who saved you? Maybe, but even then, it's like it's a little bit much. Like, I kind of wonder if like all the women are in love with him because it's like how wonderful he is. Like everyone's, he can chop things in half and everybody wants him,
Yeah.
It's an evolutionary biology thing, right? Like just from a very purely instinctual level, who are you going to go for? Are you going to go for like Isidro, who's like useless, or the guy who can keep your children safe because he's got a humongous sword? And women are, look, come on. On the whole, women are attracted to power. Women are attracted to a guy who presents that he can take care of them. In our world, it's paychecks. Right? Women are, look, I guarantee this works. I know because in my 40s I was single and I had a really good job with really good benefits and women really liked that. Women who were not attracted to me when I was younger were like, oh, and I think it's very primitive, right? I can take care of your kid because I can pay the mortgage and I have health insurance, and women were looking at me who wouldn't give me a second glance 20 years earlier.
So then you didn't tell me you were a writer, right? Because I'll be like, oh,
no, because I'm not, right? I'm a software developer for
Wall
Street.
I'm teasing.
No, but that's the part that they like. No one's attracted to me for the writing part. My wife doesn't give a shit that I write books. She's slightly annoyed by it. Like she tolerates it at most. But she likes when she takes her kid to the doctor and they're like, oh, the glasses that she needs are covered. But that's power in this world. It's not swinging a 6-foot sword.
Yeah. But I guess like Serpico also too is pretty strong, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like, I mean, compared to Guts, no, but in general, he's a pretty good.
Oh, yeah. But she takes him for granted. Because he's
Serpico's friends.
That takes him out of the power dynamic. She treats him like a tool. Like, he's a good hairbrush.
I guess, yeah. I don't know. I feel like, though, like, that living, because they're also living all together pretty much all the time. So, I feel like she would have seen all the different aspects of him and maybe be like, oh, he's cool, but he's also, I don't know, a slob or something. You know what I mean? But I don't know. Who knows? Yeah, because I feel like, okay, yeah, you need power, I guess. You need all the stuff that's useful. But if your personality is not great, then it might not. I guess it depends. I don't know. I don't think it's ever worked for me having money. So I feel like personality also needs some type of personality. It doesn't have to be good personality. Some manipulative personality is also good to attracting people. But you need something else, I feel.
Mark Zuckerberg has a wife, so maybe not.
Oh no! You look at yeah. If you want to see like the rich men and their wives, like the really rich men, it's there's no doubt.
Yeah.
There's no doubt.
But I'm saying maybe you need to reach a pretty high threshold to be able to not care at all about your personality.
It's like a point system. I discussed this when we started.
But maybe there's some logarithmic axis in some of them. It's not linear.
Maybe, but like if you have a certain amount of money, like you have a certain amount of money, you can just be a jerk. Like if you're Jeff Bezos, you don't have to be nice or good looking.
Yeah.
Or
I mean, but his wife did divorce him, so
Yeah, but yeah.
Can't be everything, I guess.
He wasn't single for long, I'm sure, and he's got a cute new wife.
Fair enough. But going back to Guts, I don't know. We'll see how the romances go. We'll see how it goes. Yeah. I just hope they don't go, apart from the the normal one.
I think
the Casca one.
I wonder if they're all just crushing on him just to make it more like a stronger sense of how awful it is that all he wants is Casca, who's the only one who's not crushing on it. I think that's the bottom line. Just like let's make it more awful for this poor guy.
That makes sense because otherwise the focus on the crushing is sort of out of character for the story. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. But it makes it more poignant every time he looks at Casca. Like, all these other women, dude, they're all after you, but you just want. There's also isn't that a harem manga thing that happens?
Yeah.
Isn't there a tradition of that?
Yeah.
In a lot of manga where there's a guy surrounded by attractive women who are inexplicably desire him and all he wants is the one he can't have or something.
Oh yeah. And the only reason we're attracted to him is because he's a nice guy.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's how it usually works. Oh, he's very kind. Bam. Everyone is attracted to him.
But usually he's barely kind. Like he's barely in any way. He's like really just a muddling nobody. And then all these incredible women are just like, oh my God, he's amazing. And you're just like, no.
But, or he's like a pushover or something. That never says no. Right? Yeah. I don't know. Which is too bad because usually in mangas, my favorite romance is the side character romance. But we're not having much of it.
Well, the side we have some we have a version of it with Serpico and what's her name, Farnese, but it's creepy. So
I wouldn't call that a side a romance. I don't think so.
Wasn't there a hint of Isidro like crushing on Shirky a little bit? Or am I remembering that wrong? I think there was a very little.
Yeah. Until she started to show him up, and then he's like, "No, stop."
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, that would make more sense. I also don't want that to happen. I don't want to see that.
Agreed.
At least we're in the same age bracket, at least, I guess.
Yeah. It'd be an appropriate crush to have. It's not. Yeah. It's not creepy. It might be.
No. It's not creepy.
It's not creepy.
Yeah.
It's not creepy, just someone I like very much versus someone I cannot stand.
Like you can do better. Right?
Yeah.
Fair enough. I don't even remember how we got to this topic, but
we
started with Serpico and Farnese.
We're talking about all the women who are crushing on Guts in this story. How weird it is, and how it's a little anachronistic when it happens.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think. Well, I was surprised too that Guts finally gets recognized, and is like, "Hey, I know you."
Yeah, but I mean,
what's that? Sorry, go ahead.
He didn't have face-to-face contact with a lot of people. Most of them were dead. Like they were either foreign, other soldiers in the battlefield who were getting killed, or they were his peers who were all sacrificed in the eclipse, except for like Rickard. So, and he would remember because Griffith was often at those balls in the Capitol, and Guts wasn't there. Guts was like scorning those appearances. So, I don't think it makes some sense that he wouldn't get recognized a lot. Like, I'll buy that. I mean, I agree with you that it was like, oh yeah, it's been a while, but I think that was also more character development. Like, nah, it's a different guy. We've seen a couple of those scenes, haven't we? Where someone's like, "Aren't you?" And he's like, "No, different guy." I think in the last couple of volumes it happened like twice. I might be wrong. I'm not sure.
But was this guy? Did we see this guy before? I thought he looked familiar.
Yeah,
I thought he saw him.
Yeah, I think there was a panel there where it showed the art, or at least it looked familiar. But there's a lot of panels with Guts on a horse talking to someone else. So
okay.
But it looked familiar when at first glance, but maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, I was just wondering if he was maybe one of the guys that was like conspiring against Griffith or something. I don't know, or one of the generals. Could it have been one of the generals that was against Griffith or something? He just looked familiar for some reason. Like, oh, I've seen this. I should remember where I've seen this guy before, but I didn't remember.
Did some of the members of the Hawk look like that? He looked.
Oh, could he be? No, it could be. Can't be one. There only Rickard survived and Guts and Casca.
Right, but he looked familiar to me because I thought some of the members of the Hawk looked like him. Maybe that's just the hairstyle.
Makes sense to reuse hairstyles, right? Like so that fits like the storyline.
Yeah.
But there definitely is a pattern of the people who are against the Band of the Hawk in Midland are supporters of New Griffith.
Yeah.
That guy is clearly like, oh, he's my everything. He definitely was trying to kill Griffith before.
I think it's also to show how all these rich people just switch to whoever is most powerful. As soon as they don't have any real allegiance to anyone.
Agreed.
Fair enough. And then trying to remember what else. Sorry, good.
Octopus.
Oh yeah.
He fights at the end. Is that supposed to be an octopus? It's got like trunks, like an elephant.
I thought it was supposed to be a whale.
I thought it was an elephant.
Okay.
It looks similar to the other creature he faced before, with the snout.
Yeah. But it's in the water, isn't it? Or am I confused? Maybe I'm confused.
I thought it was just an ugly elephant.
I thought they said they modified like whales. That's what I thought. But because like the crocodiles, they took the crocodiles, right, and they made them into the things, right? Like they need to take animals and transform them into the monsters, right?
I thought this was a
I thought they said so. Okay, it's called Makara.
That's elephant.
Okay. Oh, but it says Makaras are whales with elephantine attributes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Also, Makara means elephant in...
I think it's
Hindi?
the root word for elephant things. Not Hindi. I could be wrong. 1 second. I'll look this up. What? No, that's... No, Makarasan is not the crocodile pose. Makarasan is crocodile pose. So, I don't know.
Okay.
But Makara was it the crocodile people or... I don't know.
No, Makara is the whale thing.
Okay.
And it says, it's inhabiting the body of a whale.
I missed that. Thank you.
Yeah, I think it said in the previous fight when there were all the sorcerers in the boat trying to... Yeah, and it says like these type of things are called pishacha? But I don't know if that's probably another word in... Yeah?
Pishacha is demons in...
Oh, demon. Okay.
Pisas is, demon. And I suppose there's a Sanskrit root for it. My language has Tamil has Pisas,
Tamil.
which is Pishach. Hindi also has, yeah. So I guess it's a general Sanskrit root for demon.
Okay. Well, it's cool how a lot of them are kind of similar, but I guess Makara makes no sense. It's not right anymore.
Yeah, I remember Makara from Makarasan, the yoga pose. Assuming that the yoga pose names are translated correctly, it's crocodile pose. Oh, I lost.
Wonder what the crocodile ones are then, because. Oh. I think you back? No, she's gone.
Varsha's frozen.
Frozen in time.
Yeah. I was trying to figure out if there's a name for the other ones.
I didn't know.
Like, got crocodile monster. No, it doesn't say.
Isn't it?
Sorry.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it doesn't have any name for the other ones. So. Or maybe the wiki is wrong and he put the wrong name. Could also be.
Could also be. Yeah.
No. Where'd she go?
Sorry, Steve, you're gonna have difficult editing today.
No, you're fine.
Yeah, we're talking about Makarasan when I left.
I was trying to figure out if we could know the name of the crocodile ones, but it doesn't. It doesn't say, as far as I could find it.
Trying to remember what the Sanskrit for elephant.
But there are the elephant demon warriors too. Remember, there's like the walking like sort of humanoid elephants. I think we saw like a image of it in the capital. I think.
Yeah, whale blended with elephant makes a lot more sense than twisted elephant. So,
But yeah, it looks pretty strong. But I guess he did kill it. So.
Is that the one? No, it was one of the cats. He sliced in half. Yeah. Oh, I was gonna ask earlier. When did Guts acquire the hunky sword? Was it after the eclipse or before?
Yes.
Because, okay, if it was before, I was wondering why no one recognized him. But if it was after, then.
This sword he got after the eclipse from that blacksmith.
Mm.
Had, like the Dragon Slayer sword he had in the back room, and he was recovering after losing his arm and stuff. But he was always known for big swords.
Mm.
So he had other big swords, just not this big.
Different type.
Right.
Throughout that arc, Golden Age arc.
Yeah. And then trying to remember where it ends. Oh, it ends just like with them killing the whale monster, right?
Mm.
And then the Pope, the whole scene.
Yeah. That's before the end, though. But yeah.
Oh, is it?
I think so.
It doesn't matter. I mean, the order doesn't matter there, but yeah.
That is.
No.
The Pope is interesting.
Right.
That part. Because it's like another, like, I don't know, like that's very manipulative, I guess. And he's like, and now, well, so I assume he's just gonna use the faith now, like, to get legitimacy from the Pope, right? And then everyone's gonna be like, well, I guess he's the savior, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And this is the church that whose people can't see the elves because they are so ingrained in their faith. So you subvert that church to your cause. Then, and I suppose it's the Holy See has its own army, right? He could probably use that to conquer Midland.
He's probably going to use the influence to just tell everyone, the Pope's everyone just go underneath Griffith, just follow what he says, right? And plus he's going to save them, so he's like, well,
Yeah. I suppose he doesn't need.
I
Was there
assume.
a mention of holy war in this book?
Yeah, Holy War is
I
coming.
think so.
Yeah.
I think all the people assembled at the city were it was supposed to be sort of like a holy war. It was like called as a holy war, right? To get all these people to fight, to defend.
So, holy war implies fighting against another religion, right? Like it's a clash of religions usually. So, what was the other religion they were fighting? Was it just
Well,
like...
the Kushan I thought was the.
Okay.
We don't know what their religion is, but
It's not the same one.
Got it.
We know that.
yeah,
Just generic heathens.
yeah,
The general heathen.
And I
But I'm
guess
getting so many books messed up. So I think some other book mentioned the word heathen. I was trying to remember if there was mention of heathens in Berserk
I don't
in
know.
yesterday's volume. No, there
I
wasn't.
don't think it's.
No.
There's been any mention of that.
Generally speaking, that's how the church would get people up in arms to fight
Yeah.
somewhere. We gotta liberate Jerusalem from the heathens, and that was just a generic for whoever else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we already knew that Kanishka was a apostle, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we already knew that. So it's not a big surprise.
From the Midland Capital battle, right? We definitely saw Zod talk to him.
Oh yeah.
You're an apostle. Why aren't you bowing before what's his name? And he's like, no, I've killed so many people. I'm not stop. I want my due credit.
Yeah, true.
So, yeah.
I think this volume ends on in a weird place where we have to hurry up. Like, seems like an odd place for the curtains to draw. I don't know. Is it just me?
It's especially funny because it's a volume where not a lot progressed. Like there's a lot of fighting and not getting anywhere, and I'm like, we have to hurry up, and I'm like, yes, we do, Miura. You took the words right out of my mouth.
It's like, yes, please.
Get on the boat already. We tried to get on this boat 2 volumes ago. We're on the beach looking for a boat. We're still looking for a boat.
Just get on the boat.
Get on the boat.
It's like, I'm trying to think. I don't remember which other. If there was another manga, which is like, they keep saying, "Oh, we need to get there. We need to get there. We need to do this," and they keep not doing it. Like, come on, just get to it. I don't remember which one it is though. Right now, I have this image in my mind. Yeah, and then when they get on the boat, we're like, "Get to the island."
Yeah.
And then there's gonna be something else. Probably. But yeah, I think this is still not. I think up until here, it was still vaguely regular issues coming out. But yeah, I think soon we're gonna start to get to a point where it's like, oh, it's coming out every 3 months or every 4 months or every half a year. Pretty soon.
Getting close.
Yeah. Well, it's gonna be fine for us, I guess. Until we get to a new current point, and there's the next issue is coming out in 4 or 5 months, so
Might be pretty good timing.
Well, yeah, but it's one chapter coming out in some months, not the whole volume.
Oh shit! That was.
But okay, well we'll see when we get there.
Let's reconvene in 10 years.
Yeah.
We might have to do an annual Berserk episode.
I think that's where we're headed towards. Yeah.
It's not a joke.
It's good that we're catching up, and it's also bad.
If they release on time, we'll be doing annual episodes.
Oof.
Oh.
Oh yeah, because it would be once a month, and each volume is roughly 9 or 10 or whatever, right? Chapters. Yeah.
If they start being on time, it will be annual. They're not going to be on time, so it's going to be worse. So
True.
every year we're going to have a get together and do the new volume.
Is this popular enough that it would get translated immediately, or do we have to wait for that? Okay.
They want that money.
No, you'll see it on fan sites. Like Dark Horse isn't releasing a chapter at a time. No one's doing that. They're only releasing the volumes when they're done, and I don't know how long it takes, but you can get it online from that same site where you got the
hidden
deleted chapter.
or deleted chapter.
They're gonna put up places like that really fast. So if you're gonna read it as it comes out, I mean, I'll still buy the volumes. I'm still giving them my money, but if you want to read it when it comes out, that's gonna be much faster.
Yeah, translation might be slightly different, but
It's close.
it should be fine.
Cool.
Oh, jeez, I hope they do it before I die.
That's all we can hope for.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
old. I don't know.
Cut it out. So, anything else you guys can think of from this volume?
I think so.
Nice. So, Joe, where can people find you and Grimdorf? Jeez.
jcmburn.com, and I'll put something in the page chewing forum with the link to the Patreon, which I should activate today sometime if I get my act together this afternoon.
Jeez. What am I gonna do?
Well, I have the page set up. All I have to do is like put out a post, and the Patreon's live, and I have the tiers set up with cute little graphics, and no one has to give me money. That's not the point. So that's my afternoon. That's what I'm going to do until my wife comes home.
Cool. Don't let her catch you.
She knows I'm doing this stuff. She's like, she's at work. What is she going to say? She doesn't care, but she doesn't, not going to stop me. So
Can't stop me.
anyway.
And Varsha, where can people find you?
You can find me on my YouTube channel, Reading by the Rainy Mountain. The About page has other ways to reach me, and I hang out on the page chewing forum all the time.
Nice. And Dan.
You can find me on Patreon forum, the Fire 17. Sometimes I post, sometimes I don't post.
I always like you have the best
Thanks.
intros and outros. I just love it. It's like perfect.
Yeah. If you want to see me in person, I don't know, you might see me a couple of months in the small town of Matsue, near the castle, take you some notes. Who knows?
Oh.
It's one of the few original castles in Japan still left over, not a reconstruction.
Oh.
It's not one of the major castles, but
It's a castle.
Pretty cool.
That's pretty major. Yeah.
Oh, if anyone likes manga and anime, can I make a recommendation?
Yeah.
Blue Eye Samurai.
Just got
Really
renewed.
Freaking good.
Okay.
Get good. Like in every way. Just binged it on Netflix last week, and I cannot recommend it highly enough. Speaking of castles.
There's been some talk about it on the forum, and I saw that it just got renewed for season 2, which for Netflix isn't common. They usually cancel everything right away. So.
No, they're terrible. But, it's getting a lot of good buzz, but it's really good. If you like samurai stories, it's really good. It is not supernatural stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's like historical fiction, but it's really good.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Have to check it out.
Really good.
Go watch that during the break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been watching a lot of anime, and that's the one I'm going to mention. A lot of bad stuff.
A lot of bad stuff. Nice.
You said Blue Eye Samurai?
Blue Eye Samurai.
Okay, cool.
I'll check it
No,
out.
seriously. I don't think it's based on anything. I think it's original, like, to anime. But,
I mean, there's so many samurai stories that it could be, and who knows?
It takes elements from lots of other stuff you've seen.
Okay,
It's not a direct ripoff of anything that I know of.
yeah. No, I'll say maybe it's like a lesser known story. Maybe it's never been translated or something that they found. Could be. Sometimes it is stuff like that. Who knows?
Yeah. You'll see it. You can.
Yeah.
Nice. Check that out. So we'll see everyone in 2 weeks and watch Blue Eye Samurai. We'll see everyone in a couple weeks. Hope everyone has a great holiday if you're into that sort of thing. We'll talk to everyone soon.
Merry Christmas.
Bye, guys.